And now the fight is over.
The official.
At least he didn't do the Victor Ortiz. I'm too young to be getting beat.
I'm young, but I don't think I deserve to be, getting beat up like this.
Extra super soft, cottony swab.
I'm gonna say that. But shit, we could move on to the big fight of the night. There was a couple of names that fought, but I think the fight of the night definitely goes to Lubin and Fundora, man.
Oh man. While I'm watching it, I'm thinking fight of the year.
I told everybody that was a low key, that was a great fight. That was gonna be a great fight.
I picked Fundora to win by knockout.
And you was right. And I went with Lubin. I went with my heart.
Yep.
This one.
Yep. That's what you get when you're the champion and you call it like you see it. That's what you do, man. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm just saying, before anyone knows, I'm declaring podcast champion, man.
Podcast champion. All right.
Yes. There we go.
Hey, I'm with that. I went with Lubin, man, and his trainer was trying to tell him some pretty good stuff. Kind of go in and out. If you're not, don't just stay at one distance. Trying to go, work in, jump out, kind of like a Pacquiao style. And it seemed like he tried to implement it, but that guy's reach and height, more so his height, was really an issue. Being that tall, one of the punches that you gotta watch out from is an overhand. Overhand's gonna come when you're the taller fighter. Even though Lubin didn't throw too many overhands, he still caught him with a couple of good shots, man. He caught him with a couple of good shots, but I don't think he executed the best game plan, but I think the height really gave him trouble.
I don't think it was the height. It was the pressure. The height helped him. It takes a lot off the punch when you're punching up this, I don't know, what's the guy, 6'6", 6'7"?
6'5", but he looked like 6'7". He looked tall, yeah.
Yo, while I'm watching that fight, it reminded me of Paul Williams, an extremely tall fighter, doesn't want to box, pressure all day, and throws 1,000 punches around. That's kind of where I saw that Fundora will win. I like Lubin too. Like you, we both appreciate Lubin, but wrong game plan. I think this guy put too much pressure on him and was in his face the whole fight. And what's his name? Cunningham telling him the right stuff. I think he could have gotten away from the pressure. I think really what it came down to, the pressure and this guy's chin withstanding whatever bombs Lubin was throwing at him. Fundora was eating a lot of leather and was just taking it.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that, because for me, not that the fight was exactly the same, but it kind of reminded me of Pacquiao and Cotto, where Cotto was hitting Pacquiao with some clean power shots, and it looked like it was doing nothing.
Yeah.
I think MIP goes to Fundora, but because of his chin, man, that chin that he had was incredible. He took some good shots, and he also took some good shots to the body too. He looks frail, but he's a tough guy.
Yeah. Even the fight before this, he fought another guy who I'm not sure what the guy's record exactly was, but he had a punch, and I saw Fundora taking the punishment, and he's not a good boxer at all, actually. But the fact that he's so big and he can take what you dish out, man, it's going to be hard for anyone that doesn't have that one-punch knockout. And I mean, Lubin does have one-punch knockout. Lubin does have pop. But like a Berenga or a Charlo, it's going to be hard for anyone to beat a guy that massive, that type of pressure, and that type of punch output. That becomes your defense. If you're throwing 1,000 punches,
right,
hard for you to get off. And then you lose power by having a punch so high up. He's out there fighting a lot of tough guys. and this was another example of how tough he is. He's young, so it's not over for him, man. Even though you gave most impressive performance to Fundora, I gotta give Lubin a lot of credit because I think I would have quit. I think after that knockdown and him throwing more punches out of
he goes from here, because that's the type of fight, no matter what age you at, that's the type of fight that does take a lot out of you. Win or lose, that's the type of fight that takes a lot out of you. And, you know, he's already been, quote unquote, classified or labeled as chinny. Kind of, you know, when you like somebody like that, when you like a warrior like that, and he's very liked, very loved, respected, you kind of don't want to see him in a fight like that again. But he is young. So I feel heads and tails about what he should do and where he should go with his career.
Like, let him just take a little bit of a break, man. Recruit, recharge your batteries, and then go back to the drawing board from there. Because it's a loaded division. He still got a lot of life in him. You're right. Fight like that takes a lot out of him. Let him go, let him relax a little bit. Then when you see him come back again, see if he still has that warrior in him, you know, then we see where he goes from there. But at least he didn't do the Victor Ortiz. You know, I'm too young to be getting beat.
I'm young, but I don't think I deserve to be, you know, getting beat up like this.
Extra super soft, cottony swab.
He looked real bad throughout that fight, and he kept fighting, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, and he has pop, so you can't discount him. It just may not be his moment right now for him to become the top tier of that division, you know. But see him being the champion and an effective fighter.
And one more thing that I wanted to talk about, something that you had said, excuse me. Watching that fight, in that moment, I thought Fundora would beat the bricks off of Berlinga.
Really? That would be an interesting fight right there, man. We may have to pull up for that one if they make that.
That's a tough fight.